I'm Fallon.
And this is
Render the Darkness.
Fun fact for today's episode is that hippopotami, produce their own sunblock.
Interesting.
The red, oily stuff that they secrete or whatever is actually not only a sunblock, but it's actually a bug repellent as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so this episode we are going to be talking about some mythical creatures you may or may not have known about.
Okay.
We'll see. They're very interesting. I didn't know about any of them.
All right.
But,
Let me do my own synopsis of her title. Mythical creatures she may or may not be able to pronounce.
There's one that I probably won't be able to pronounce correctly, but I think I got the other one. We'll see.
I'm anxious to see.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of maybes. But if I do incorrectly pronounce these, I am so sorry. Because I'm assuming she's looking at my screen and she's seen all the parentheses that
I did. Yeah. I immediately thought, this will be fun.
Yeah.
We're going on an adventure today.
Yeah.
That's all right. We got mythical creatures with us, so it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Okay, so the first one that we're going to talk about is the Nuclevi. Mm-hmm. This creature is said to have gotten its main names from different recorders using different spellings. But my brain was like, nope. Nuclevi seems to be the most popular, and it comes from the dialect of the Scottish language, or the Orcadian dialect name, or the No-Gel-V. Hopefully I said those correct.
I would have gone with Orcadian on that one.
Okay. What did I say? Orcadian? Orcadian? What did I say?
I don't know, but it wasn't what I said.
Okay. But anyway, that's probably the way, looking at it's probably the right way. There we go. According to the 19th century folklorist Walter, hopefully I say this correctly, Kyle Dennison, the word also means devil of the sea.
Ooh.
The same creature is named, let's see if I can do this one, the Mucklevy, on the Shetland Islands, where it is called an unpleasant sea trout or sea devil.
Okay.
And this creature is said to become a demon with horse-like features when it comes onto land.
Ooh.
It's said that it has evil powers, and its hostile behavior can affect events throughout the islands.
Must be friends with Ursula.
Now, some of the people that live on the islands are so afraid of it that they will say a prayer right after they say its name.
Hmm.
It's also said that when it is seen, it is normally on the beach, and it will not come on land if it's raining.
Hmm. That's ironic.
When it comes to what the creature looks like, there are stories about what it looks like on land, but not on sea, or in sea, at sea. Couldn't figure out how I wanted to say that, sorry. Any of the seas. Any of the seas. There was a resident named Tamis of the islands that claimed to have walked away from an encounter with the creature. Now, he described it as having a man's torso connected to the back of a horse, like it was a man riding it, but the torso doesn't have any legs. But the arms drag on the ground, and the legs on the horse have fin-like limbs. And the head was described to be 3 feet in diameter and just flops back and forth. I knew you were gonna... That's why I was like, flops back and forth.
Sorry, I'm a child.
I knew you were going to do that. The horse's head was said to have a large mouth that releases toxic fumes and one huge eye that burns bright red. Another detail is that the creature doesn't have any skin. So you can see blood coursing through its yellow veins. And some others have said that it has the mouth of a pig. It looks similar to a centaur, and one said that it had the mouth of a whale. Said that it was the cause of epidemics and droughts because its breath would supposedly kill crops and make the livestock sick. In 1722, some people on the Stronsay Islands started to burn seaweed to make what was recognized then as kelp, which was actually soda ash that would later be used in making soap and glass.
Oh, that's cool.
According to the islanders, the terrible odor of the process made the creature furious, which resulted in death of livestock and crops.
Well, that would be ironic, wouldn't it? Apparently it can't smell its own breath. It's complaining about.
True. The creature was also blamed for giving horses a deadly disease that they called, hopefully I say this correctly, mortashine, which would cause the animal to waste away, and was blamed for low rain causing water shortages. And it's claimed that the only way to get away from it is to cross a large body of fresh water, which explains the rain.
Huh. Yeah, but doesn't it live in water?
Seawater.
Oh,
Salt water.
So, okay, I gotcha.
Okay, so the next one we are going to talk about is called the acephaloi, or the blemmies. The first believed sighting of these creatures was by, this one's going to have a lot of ones that I may or may not mess up. Horitis. Herodotus. Yeah, that'll work. Who was a Greek historian and geographer. His writings called them the cephaloi, which in Greek means without a head. And according to him, lived in the eastern edge on ancient Libya with other strange creatures like the dog-headed cynocephali. Cynocephali? Cynocephali. Why are you laughing at each time I do this? Cynocephali. And the wild men and women. The descriptions of these creatures are pretty similar. They do not have a head, and their faces are in the middle of their chests, with some accounts of them having eyes on their shoulders.
Huh. Yeah, I just saw a commercial the other day that reminded me of that, because it's like the guy came in and he had like all of his face except for his mouth, but his mouth was in his chest, and he was talking to the lady, and she was like,
Yeah, I'd probably be the same way. No, thank you.
I don't even remember what the commercial was about. I was so distracted at the fact that his mouth was in the middle of his chest.
Understandable. Around 43 AD, Mela, who was a well-known Roman geographer, was the first to give the creature the name Blemmy, writing that they were headless and had their faces buried in their chests. An author named Pliny the Elder reported that the tribe in North Africa didn't have any heads, and their eyes and mouths were in the middle of their chests too. It's told that the creatures are born with their heads actually dismembered. And some other...
They're born with their heads dismembered?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I was fixing to be like, well, you just pop. Probably shouldn't have said it that way, but they give birth and out comes the head and then out comes the rest, I guess.
But it's separated?
Yeah. That's what they say, yeah. I've never seen one born before, but...
You just do a double pop, Casey. I was looking for a more scientific reason, but okay.
I was thinking, like, how are they born that way? Like,
yeah, like, how do they survive? Like, how do you dismember a head inside the womb? Like, I don't understand how that happens.
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm trying to just picture why I'm trying to picture that. I don't know, but I am.
I should have had a picture of them.
I'm trying to understand the science of it, I guess I should say.
Understandable. Some other accounts are of people without heads standing 12 feet tall and 7 feet wide with a gold color on the island in the river Brisson, which is in Ethiopia. The creatures are also referenced in Alexander's legend. It is said that he came across gold headless creatures that stood 6 feet tall that had beards down to their knees.
How did they have beards if they didn't have heads?
I guess the beards... I'm not...
Is it chest hair?
I guess.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I figured you'd have a good time with this one.
I'm so sorry.
There are even 15th century maps that have writings detailing the headless beings. In the late Middle Ages, a German Catholic scholar and writer named Conrad of Megenberg wrote about there being people with no heads and coarse hair covering their entire bodies. He also wrote about them being born without heads as a result of their sins. Throughout history, these creatures have been seen, but some think that there could be reasonable explanations for the sightings. One is during the age of the Enlightenment in the late 17th century, Joseph Francis, I'm not exactly sure how do you... Lafitau argued that, yes, there were acephalous people in North America, but the headless feature was just a trait where, like, the head was, quote, set deep in the shoulder. So I guess, like, do it because I have no leg.
You can't do it because you have a neck.
Okay. Another explanation is that the creatures could have been misidentified as apes because some species hold their heads low to their chests and have hair all over their bodies. This is the one that I knew I was going to have an issue with, so I'm going to let her see if she can do it. So the next creature we're going to talk about is called
Hicatonchirus? Hicatonchirus?
I put R in there and where it was supposed to be. But hey, let's just go with that. Which are also known as the 100-handers.
It's called that.
Yeah, that's where it's going to be.
Man, could you imagine having 100 hands? That would be incredible. The amount of things you could get done. I assume you have arms too, right?
Yeah.
So you've got like a, who's that lady with all the hands? The gods. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of like Mortal Kombat or something. Shiva?
She had like
Shiva.
six.
She had like the one ponytail.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Dude, she was awesome. I picked her every time. She was unbeatable.
Yeah,
you know why? Extra hands.
Yeah. So imagine this one.
I know, that would be incredible.
Now these creatures are out of Greek mythology. Each of them was extremely large and had a great amount of strength, and they each had 50
hands. Sorry.
It's okay. Each had 50 heads and 100 arms. Each one also had a name. One was called Caudus, one was named, hopefully I say this correctly, Briareus, and the other one was called Aegus. These beings were some of the 18 children of Uranus and Sky, and Gaia or Earth, who also had 12 Titans and 3 Cyclops. Many children. Okay, I'm gonna have to explain this. Okay, so in my writing, we were out of internet the other day, and I was writing it, and on these words that I wasn't sure exactly how to spell, I had the parentheses, and I was gonna go back and put my little how I pronounce
cheats on how you're supposed to say it.
I forgot to put them in there. So we're gonna try it.
Adventure.
Yeah. Okay. So according to, hopefully I say this correctly, Hesiodide, who was an ancient Greek poet, they were the last children born, but the mythographer, I'm gonna try that one.
Apollodorus.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Apollodorus claimed that they were the firstborn children. They played a large role in the Greek succession myth, where the Titan Cronus dethroned his dad Uranus, then Zeus dethroned him and his people, and then he became the eternal ruler. The story of what happened is that the 300-handers and the Cyclopses were put into prison by their father Uranus. Gaia then convinced Cronus to castrate Uranus and take over the throne. That's terrible. Why would you laugh at that?
That's the way you're saying it.
Well, how did I say it? Did I say
You
it
said
right?
Uranus.
Yeah, it's Uranus.
Uranus.
Uranus. I'm going to say Uranus because I like the way it sounds. Uranus.
You didn't say it in the sense you just used it in.
Anywho, I guess I'm going to start saying it Uranus. Always makes fun of the way I talk. It's not fair. See how mean she is to me. Anyway, okay, so take over the throne. Now, with his sister Ray by his side, he had many children, but he would actually eat them not long after she gave birth to them. His last child, Zeus, didn't meet the same fate because his mother saved him. He then freed his brothers and sisters, and a war started with the Titans. The 100-handed's mother told Zeus that they would win the war if they were allowed to fight. So he let them out, and they won the war, and the Titans were put in jail where the 100-handers were placed to be their guards. Out of the 300-handers, Briareus was the most favored by the gods. Poseidon gave him his daughter,
Apolia?
What?
Chemopolia?
Chemopolia, to marry according to the...
Hesiod? 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 I don't know.
I was going to say he said.
Hesiod for all of you Greek mythology people out there.
This was a great thing for me to do.
You know, usually if I start an episode or start a thing and I can see there's more than like 10 words right off the rip that I'm like, I back it on up.
Well, I thought it was interesting, so I wanted to keep doing it. So I was like,
I would encourage you to move forward with this one just on Uranus alone.
Uranus, she made him castrate Uranus. Okay. The Titanomachy says that, hopefully this is again, I'm probably saying this incorrectly each time. I'll let you try this one.
Brius?
Brius was actually an enemy to the gods, and he went against them holding 50 shields and 50 swords. Now, it also says that he wasn't the son of Uranus.
There you go.
But the son of Pontus of the sea, and therefore he lived in the sea. He had arms so strong that they could overpower whales with ease. So the last one we're going to talk about is called the Clued. I wanted to say it that way because it's cute. The Clued.
Didn't they make that a movie?
It's kind of like the cloud. The Clued.
I was thinking the Crudes.
The
You went another way with that, but okay.
This creature comes from Belgian
Comes from the Belgium fork.
from Belgian folklore. The creature normally shapes into a large black dog with wings and will walk upright. Sometimes it will be a large cat, a malnourished horse, an amphibian, a reptile, a bat, and sometimes it is a large black bird.
So it's a shapeshifter?
I was going to get to that, but yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's messing up for me.
Sorry.
Sometimes, just for fun, it will turn into trees, bushes, and even a person. Because it can turn into pretty much anything, its true appearance isn't known. Some say that it could be a demon, goblin, or water spirit, and some even claim that it could be the devil itself. The Clued is considered a shapeshifter, so it could take out its victims pretty easily if it wanted to, with incredible speed and ability to change its height and weight. Like the Puck and the Kelpie, the Clued was a spirit that played tricks a lot, and its tricks could be funny and mischievous to the creature, or it could actually fatally wound someone. So it just depends on how it's feeling that time. It said that the creature would sometimes wait until right before dawn or sunset and attack people. People could sometimes tell if it was coming by listening for the chains that were covering its body. Sometimes it could also be seen with blue flames dancing where its eyes were. When the creature turned into a horse, it would offer rides to travelers, and when they got onto its back, it would run at a terrifying speed and then buck the person off into the pool of water laughing. Mm-hmm.
So people just thought, here's a talking horse, I'll take a ride.
I don't know, maybe just kind of like slowly walked up to him and just sat there.
Oh.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, but if I'm walking and a talking horse approaches me, I'm not getting on its back.
Not really.
Probably not.
Not mine. Sometimes it would turn into landmarks like trees and bushes to confuse people who use those landmarks to get where they needed to go. Other times it would turn into a sticky animal, and it would trick people into putting it on their backs, where it would get so heavy it would cause a person to become fatally exhausted. I don't know.
What the hell, sticky animal? To convince people it was. They were like, sure, hop on, I'll carry you.
I don't know.
I need more information about these things. I got questions.
Yeah, some of them just doesn't really give a whole lot of information. The most dangerous form that the Clued will take is that of the black dog with wings. In this form, it would walk beside people and then jump on their backs, crushing them under its massive weight. Sometimes it would be happy just creating fear, and others it would stand on its back legs and grow tall enough to rip out the victim's throat.
Oh.
Now, the only thing that could potentially save someone from attack is the ringing of church bells or the start of a new day. Potentially. And that is my case on some mystical creatures. Mythical. Some mythical creatures you might not know about.
And you do now. Ta-da. You're welcome.
Now you know how badly I pronounce words, or don't pronounce words.
It's okay. Nobody knows how to pronounce those words.
I don't know. Somebody's going to comment and be like, well, you pronounce it like this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. They'll probably be like a professor.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, it would be.
I'd be proud. I'd be like, holy shoot, a professor listens to our podcast?
Right? Like, can you give me some pointers on how to spell or to spell? I can spell. I can do that, I promise. But anywho, thank you for listening to this episode.
Yikes. We appreciate you joining. Hopefully you did join, and that's why we're having this conversation with you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Uranus.
yeah. Uranus.
I'm still.
I mean, technically, you can pronounce it either way, but the technical pronunciation is Uranus. And I definitely would have said it that way in context of the sentence in which you used it.
I said it twice, and it was still just as funny.
True. That's true.
You're children.
We are definitely children. But yeah, that wraps up our episode, and thanks for hanging out with us, and we hope you continue to do so. We appreciate your support, and give us a like, a share, a follow.
We're on all the social medias, and we have a Discord now.
Hey, Discord now.
Yeah,
Wow,
finally, right?
Yeah, and we're starting the Discord. We're not putting any of the episodes that have the green screen on it, so
Yeah, sorry about that.
everybody can watch them.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have done that, but hey, you learn.
That's true. But, as also, it could be an opportunity for somebody to throw an opinion out there and be a little constructive with the criticism and say, hey, guys, it's hard to watch your shit because you can't see your shit.
Or you keep popping in and out of frame.
I'm pretty sure I brought that up to you a couple
did.
times. But it's okay. We live, we learn, we grow. Let's grow together, guys. Let's grow.
Include.
Now that we've made that as creepy as we can. We hope you guys have a good day.
Yeah.
And, that's it for us.
Bye.